do you think that if someone's mental state is a huge factor in any part of their health? Like, you may not
Oh,
study that, but just in general, wouldn't you? I mean, like
absolutely.
even serious issues. Do you ever think that could lead to, say, cancer or a heart attack, or like that deep even more?
Oh, 100%. I mean, that's
Yeah,
actually
I think so.
known. So mental stress, like stress itself, like whether it's anxiety, whether you're caring for someone that's ill, whether you have, marital issues or job stress, financial stress, whatever it is, that
Right.
can cause a variety of health related issues. Cancer, it can, it can, if you, cancer, it takes decades to develop. And what happens is, there's a lot of lifestyle factors along the way where it can just foster the growth of it, right? Stress is
Yeah.
one. Stress causes inflammation. Inflammation really allows cancer to grow. Obesity is
What?
another one.
Yeah. Sorry. Keep going. What causes the stress? Like, I get it's stress, right? Is it the way? Like, what causes that reaction in the body? Like, what is it actually reacting to? Do you know physically what it's
There's a
reacting
lot
to?
of things going on. Obviously, you're getting the cortisol, right? That stress hormone, and that's changing a lot of gene expression. It's changing a lot of, like, your immune system function is depressed.
Ah,
There's a lot of, your immune system was one of the first line of defenses against cancer. So cortisol is something that is it's a good thing, but it's also not a good thing to chronically have it elevated, right? So cortisol plays a big role in that, and that does changes like so much. I mean, we're talking, immune cell function, inflammation, antioxidant function, all those things. It also affects the gut, so you get more gut permeability when you get corticotropin releasing hormone. That's another stress hormone that affects your gut, and then your gut becomes permeable. You let in a bunch of what's called endotoxins. So these are just bacteria. You have a lot of bacteria in your gut, right? That's where your microbiome is. Well, there's bacteria
right.
constantly dying in your gut. But what happens is, if your gut barrier becomes sort of permeable, where there's little holes where their bacteria can get into your circulation, endotoxin is sort of like it's like the cell membrane of this bacteria. And so it comes into circulation, and then your immune system thinks it's bacteria and it freaks out, and it causes this massive inflammatory response too. So you're getting lots of inflammation, right? Inflammation promotes DNA damage. It promotes damage to your DNA, which is essentially which causes cancer. It promotes the growth of already formed cancer cells, right? So a lot of those things are happening with stress. It also affects just, everything from, sleep. So you're not going to be sleeping as well. Sleep is when you are repairing a lot of damage. You need that time to repair. So that's
Wow.
being affected as well. Also, it's shortening things that are involved with aging, like telomeres. So telomeres are protecting your chromosomes, where all your DNA is wrapped up with proteins. And so when your telomeres become shorter, you're not able to protect your DNA, and you're more likely to get cancer. You're more likely to get, just the problems with aging. So many things going on. I didn't even mention all of them, but stress is, and also just your mental state affects your motivation, right? I mean, like,
Right.
you're not
Right.
motivated to go and get on your Peloton bike or your assault bike or go for a run, or
Right.
to even really eat healthy. Like,
Or just go
you don't feel,
outside, right? Eat healthy,
yeah,
eat crap, start drinking, or do whatever, eat more, eat junk food.
it becomes a
Yeah,
cycle. It becomes a cycle, right? But
correct.
and they're very much related. Like, there's so much research now showing that exercise, any type of exercise, resistance training, aerobic exercise,
Yeah.
and even mimicking that through heat stress, like the sauna. So I was involved with some research with Dr. Ashley Mason at UCSF.
Yeah. I just
We
started doing a sauna a bunch. Is this a good thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. So the sauna is, in a lot of ways, a lot of the same physiological responses that are happening with moderate intensity exercise are happening when you get in the sauna. And if you think about it, what are you doing? Well, you're sort of, you're heating up the ambient temperature around you, and that elevates your core body temperature. Well, that's what happens with exercise. You're elevating your core body temperature. You're increasing blood flow. That happens with the sauna as well. Your heart rate goes up, right? You're sweating. So all these things are like the same. And so there's a lot of cardiovascular benefits from sauna use, largely because of that, but also mental.
Yes. See, my daughter gets freaked out because I go in, I actually do about 30 minutes of cardio.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll go into the sauna and I'll turn on native flute music or whatever, and my mind will wander, and I'll laugh, then I'll cry. Then I'll like, I gotta reach out to so-and-so, and then I'll feel better. And I sweat and then I can, even after a shower, you continue sweating for like another hour or two. I think it's the greatest thing in the world. And
it's totally the greatest thing in the world. You know what's interesting, Jim, too, is that there's I don't know if you ever get in the sauna with friends, or people, not even friends, just people you don't. I don't know if you've ever used public sauna. I mean, you're pretty
mine's
guy.
Public. It's in my development. There's a lot of people older, so they really don't know, but they love talking. They're all like 65 and over. And they'll get
Isn't
in
it
there
amazing how people open up? You open up when you're in the sauna. Like I start telling people stuff, and I'm like, why? I would never tell this person something if I was not like physically uncomfortable and sweating and hot. And so there's something interesting there affecting inhibition or something. I don't know. It's like
vulnerability or trust, whatever it is. Yes. That's so funny. A guy, I mean, twice I've had a guy in there going, yeah, I like it. My wife passed, 2 months ago. I'm like, oh my God, right out of the gate. But you could then see like they just want to talk and are happy. And this guy's got a brand new grandchild. Blah, blah. People love talking. All right.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so much better. See, I know that, but everyone tries to make me feel guilty. All right, go ahead. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you actually release a lot of endorphins in the sauna too, just like exercise. So that's, maybe part of it as well. But that getting into the sauna, it's funny. My first experience with it was in grad school when I was very stressed out, and I started using the sauna before I would go into the lab. All these failed experiments and all the pressure from everyone and myself, and it was just a very stressful time for me. And I noticed the sauna was like really improving my ability to handle stress and my anxiety. And that was when I was like, something is going on here. And that's when I got interested in understanding what was going on, just because my experience was very profound and noticeable. So, and that was independent of all the other health benefits like cardiovascular and dementia. This was just my mood, my mental health, right? My state of mind that was like very affected.
Yeah, but what blows my mind? See, like, just your thought process. I find your thought process fascinating. You're in there, you're sweating, and you're the feeling you're getting. You want to even investigate that more and more. Why do I feel this way? How do I get to feel this way? I don't know. That just that thought process. That just blows my mind that you can go that far out. I would feel really dumb hanging out with you, I think, at times. There'd be times I feel really dopey, but at the same time, super excited.
I think comedians don't give themselves enough credit. Comedians are like some of the most brilliant people, honestly. I'm blown away by just like thinking on your feet and being so sharp and like witty, and it's really like it's impressive. That's not necessarily something that skill that I have.
Well, it is. Well, I don't know about that. It's, Rogan is at a point where he don't care about people saying whatever criticism will come his way. He's very confident in who he is, and he stands behind everything he says. Comics, a lot of comics are constantly beaten down, so they're a little battered. If I put a little nibble out there, which I don't care anymore, but you got to reach that. Most people care, and you'll constantly hear "stay in your lane." And, oh no, you hear that you don't know anything, and blah blah blah. But I think it's all just confidence. But you're right. Comics have insight. They have deeper insight. That's why they usually do it. But
Why they're so funny and they can relate to people. So comics are beaten down like by the
oh,
media, or like, what do you
oh,
stay in your lane? Like, what, you're a comic. Like, how do you even have a lane? I don't understand.
that's people's mentality. They don't like seeing, they don't like seeing one person go from this to this to that. They're used to just seeing you in this costume. So they get very upset if you put on a different costume, or you just take the costume off and you say, this is who I am. And they're like, oh, get back to put the outfit on and shut up, stay in your lane. Yeah. Well, but after you go through that enough, you go, I know what I'm saying is correct, and I stand by it, and I'm not worried about what you say. But yes, but thank you for the compliment for the comedians out there. Comics, you hear that? Do you hear that?